Okay, welcome back everybody. This is Norm with the Game Design Lexicon. We are playing Project Space Station for the Commodore 64. Currently looking for a environmentalist, I believe, for our research and development project that we are going to get started once we get them all up into space. A visionary. We're looking at the profile of El Mendoza. Interviewer comments, a visionary in his field, possessed by an almost religious fervor to educate the public on the dangers of industrial pollution on the Earth's fragile ecology. This guy doesn't sound like our guy, though. I don't think, anyway. His success and notoriety is less a result of his intelligence than his bravura performances. Not, however, without a strong academic background and superb analytic skills. A man who will get things done, no matter what the obstacles might be. Controversial. Okay, so I guess he's a controversial choice. Last book read, Silent Springs by Rachel Carson. Last accomplishment, negotiated a meeting between the Sierra Club and the National Rifle Association. Quote, standing at the summit at Mount Whitney, this is what life is all about. Associate's assessment. I wish I knew what made him tick. I would bottle it, sell it, and make a fortune. Brother Carlos. Okay, let's see what else we got here for environmentalists. Let's see. Agronomist. I didn't see another environmentalist. El Mendoza. Yeah, is he the only environmentalist? Give me just 1 second here. They had counts of all the different types of crew. And I mean, if there's only one environmentalist, there's only one environmentalist, right? Okay. Yep, only one. So that's him. And you are hired, Bubba. Okay, so we now have our crew selection. Let's see. Oh, shit. We don't launch. We can't launch. We don't even have any. Time isn't even passing at the moment. Let's go to launch scheduling. And now we can just kind of space these guys out between the different shuttles. So, boink. Oh, wait a second. We also need to do F3 for more hold. Bonk. Why is it not giving me more hold? Oh, wait a second. Because I am not... There we go. We need to get those GenRes packs up. Payload weight, payload volume. So let's start off by getting the GenRes packs onto a shuttle. I think we're probably going to have to put them on that last one. And that last one's probably going to be loaded up with some more satellites, too. So, what did I do? No. There we go. GenRes packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit, that's a full shuttle there. So let's go back over here. And let's go to our crew. Now these guys are going to ride along with the shuttles until, of course, there's a full station built to be able to support them. Right. No crew on that one yet, so we'll leave that one done. And I think that's it. I think that is it. Maybe. Okay, let's do a save just in case. Just in case we screw something up. That is save number 4. Right. Go back to our plan and summary and approval, right? Let's see. This budget item is approved. This budget item is approved. You must have an orbital construction pod and allocate at least 1.5 million in equipment. So I need to put a little bit extra into equipment. 1.5. Approved. Approved. And R&D needs to have 800 million. So 1.5 in equipment and 800 in R&D. So that's what we need to do. 1.5. And of course, we're going to need more satellites eventually. And 800 million. And that, let's go ahead and resave. I'm just going to save over that last one, 4. And then we can summary and approval. This budget item is approved. This budget, oh, so now it says start mission and begin launches, right? Press fire if you are ready. Your mission to construct the space station has now officially started. If you are ready to begin shuttle launches, then proceed to the launch site. Now that the mission has started, your planning costs increase. Time becomes important now. So here's our launch. It'll be launching in a day. And we'll just sit here and wait until it ticks up. We can get out of it, but we don't want to. All right. Let's see how well I do on the space shuttle launch. Since it's been probably a good 40 years since I've done this. Though I could always slow down the simulation if I needed to. So, winds 0 to 15 miles an hour, clear and sunny. We need to make sure that those stay how we need them. And if they changed for the worst, we can pause our countdown all the way up until, of course, 3 seconds. So what we're doing now is we're doing our launch, and we have to keep ourselves in this little launch window thing. And while if we're not in the launch window thing, it's not necessarily going to hurt us in the sense that it's not going to like ruin the mission, but what it will do is it will cause our orbital point to be not very close to our space station, right? And as long as those two numbers, I think, down at the bottom there, which I can't look at because I'm too busy controlling this stupid thing, as long as those stay close, then we should have a good launch, right? Oh. Oh, it just got faster. It just got faster. It just got faster. How close am I? Oh, I'm pretty close, huh? Oh, God. Hey, so now we're deploying our payload, and I think when it hits onto the whatchamadoody, it automatically deploys the payload. So we hit our button to exit. And we now have our first space shuttle in orbit, right? Which is really awesome. Okay, we got a message going. What is the message? How do we read the message? It was supposed to be M, but it doesn't seem to be. Give me a second. Let me go into disk real quick because that'll pause the game. You know, I have this on my stupid thing. It says... I think there's a place where there's key bindings too in here. So, change keyboard layout. Press fire to exit and F7 to move down. So... Fire to exit and F7 to move down. So C, R, and S are letters except C, R, and S. So it's probably one of those letters. Okay. F7 to move down. And then fire to exit. So C, R, and S. Let's see. Continue mission. C, R, S? No. Why am I unable to display? I mean, there's obviously a message down there. Oh, there we go. Launch scheduled for today, so it was F7. Okay, station. Right? So that's Challenger crew. F1 to change to other shuttle. Is that right? Shuttle on ground. So that's the station. Ground, Challenger. So I could actually change him to the station, but there's nowhere to be on the station. So what we want to do is we want to EVA. Bring out a new pod for EVA. Oh, what's our message? Deploy satellite to gynosynchronous orbit. I don't think we have the stuff to deploy right now. So let's bring out pod for EVA. Select an operator. We need to make sure that we got somebody. Let's get this flight guy, right? EVA. Bring out pod. And oh. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get this hangar module attached. Oh. I wonder if I'm gonna have to bring up refueling pod. That's kind of cool. And of course, we don't have a satellite to deploy to gynosynchronous orbit, so that's not gonna do it. Hazardous orbital. Oh! Get away! And of course, we got to be careful. We don't want to smash into stuff. Okay, so let's get this guy out of the way. I want to move him over here, where he will eventually be placed. I wonder since actually let me see if I can. Okay. F7? Is it F7 again? MCS. Oh, there we go. Return pod to storage. No room for operation. So yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to bring the pod up every time with the shuttle. So I'm going to have to repack that next shuttle. And that was S. Turn pod to storage. Exit from EVA. So, station. Okay. So, ground, Challenger, ground. So, yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to repack my my shuttle until we have enough room to keep somebody up there. So let's go ahead and land. Right? Challenger in orbit for 17 days. So view the landing site. Clear and sunny, 10 to 12 miles an hour. So let's go ahead and land the Challenger. Now it gives you, I believe, the same thing, the little vector thing where you got to go through the squares. I think you can only stay in orbit for 30 days, which is scary because I was already in orbit for 18 days. And I don't remember being up there that long, right? Anyway. And this is the same thing. How far you are off course will determine how optimum your approach is to the landing strip. And how well you land, while you can't, I don't think you can crash your shuttle. It will determine how much you have to... It'll determine how much you have to repair it, right? And that was what I would consider a fucking perfect landing, actually. Let's see. Landing gear and braking system checked. All system checks out okay. External tile insulation check. Only a few tiles were lost during re-entry. So 7 days is the minimal amount of time that you can take to repair, I believe. So everything was pretty much perfect. Okay, so let's go to plan, launch scheduling, and a few things we're going to need to do. We're going to need to repack that one item, plus we're going to need to put a crew on this one here. So... that'll, of course, be our shuttle pilot, our flight engineer, and our geologist. So now that one has a crew. Now this one, I'm wondering if... You know what? Shit. I wonder if the MMU will stay up, even though... Yeah, I don't know. But we're ready to go with this one. So let's go ahead and move it to the most forwardest possible. And that way it'll be ready for launch today. Go ahead and move up the launch, I guess is what it's doing, right? So we got overcast skies, which means we don't want to take off just yet. That's bad. So what we do, and of course they can cancel the launch on you if you don't wait until optimum weather. So the first thing I'm going to want to do the second it finishes loading is hold the countdown until we have better weather. Mission Control is holding countdown because of the mechanical failure in the crew access arm of the launch tower. The hold will continue until this problem is solved. So, problem solved for us, really. So it's still overcast skies, though I do want to make sure that, okay, partly cloudy. That's not bad. Mission control is holding countdown because of mechanical failure in the crew access arm again. Still overcast skies. Oh, launch window missed. Okay, well that happens, you know. Sometimes it happens. And when that does, I believe it moves all the launches back a week. So essentially what we need to do is we need to go back in. We need to make sure that it's moved all the way to the forward of the list. And we'll try again. That happens, you know. So, launch schedule for today. We know about that. So now what we do is we go over to this forward one again, since everything was backed up, and we do want to just move it forward. Easy as that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Go back over to launch. And we should have a launch again pretty soon. We can redo that one. It's currently clear and sunny. We have, what, like 1 day for the launch? There we go. Satellite deployment turned over to European Space Agency because I don't have anything up right now. I mean, I can't really do anything about that. So 1 more day until the next launch. And let's see if we can make the window this time. It's clear and sunny, low wind. You want less than 20-mile-an-hour wind to make your launch window. So 15 to 25 mile an hour should be fine. Should be fine, and hopefully it won't. Last time we were just having way too overcast weather, so. Okay. And if that changes, of course, we'll hold the launch again. And hopefully we won't get, because you have soft holds and you got hard holds. Hard holds will screw everything up. So right now we're partly cloudy. That's not good. Back to overcast skies. Can't do overcast skies, sorry. There we go. We'll do partly cloudy. Of course, you want clear and sunny. That's the best scenario. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Missed another launch window. I wonder how often that actually happened in the real launches. Okay. There's a launch scheduled for today. No shit, Sherlock. You can't really read it beforehand because it loads if you're at the launch menu already. The second you're, it goes to it, it automatically loads. So of course that moves everything back except for this one. Go ahead and move it back forward again. Exit, launch. 8-5. 1 more day here. And this time, of course, since we don't have our MMU unit, our not MMU, our pod, our EVA pod, we're probably just going to drop everything off and then head back. And I'll have to repack that in somewhere. Of course, it won't be able to stay in the base until we have clear and sunny, 15 miles an hour. Sounds good. Yeah, once the base is assembled, then we'll be able to keep somebody up there. Okay. There we go. Took 3 attempts, but now we're off. Now we're off. Okay. The little noises for launch. Oh, it's like riding a bucking bronco here. Do the little turn. Do the little flip. And then the upside down thingy. Watch our atmosphere thin, huh? Of course, I really can't watch much of this shit at all. Because it's, especially this last phase. Everything goes, like, super fast on the last phase. Oh. Looks like we did well. Oh. Almost screwed that up. Last thrust, and deploy cargo. Now, I'm pretty sure there's really not going to be much for us to do, so we might as well just land the shuttle. And we're going to go ahead and deploy all that cargo. So now when we go to the station... No, it's not station, is it? It's EVA. Do we have the EVA still up? Oh, yeah, well, I guess so. Oh, well, shit. I guess I didn't need to re-bring it up. So let's grab this sucker. Okay. Let's get this guy out of the way. And this is our crew module. This will allow people to actually stay in the base, in the station. So, bunk. No? And then that. Okay. So that's one more. And this is the emergency module. So now somebody can actually stay up here, right? Deploy satellite to low orbit. Of course, despite the fact that somebody can stay up here, there's really not much reason for them to do so, right? There's no satellites sitting up here. And there's also no no research project currently going on. So no reason for anybody to stay up here just yet. So let's go ahead and head down here. Return pod to storage. Exit from EVA. And that is it. So let's go ahead and land Challenger in orbit for 6 days. So let's view that landing site. Clear and sunny, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and land the Challenger. That's all I needed to do with it. I guess once you bring stuff up, you don't necessarily bring it down. Because I thought I was going to end up having to bring that EVA thing back up, but I guess not. I guess I should have looked at it on my packing list, because if it wasn't in the packing list, then I probably wouldn't have had to worry about it, right? Okay. Of course, right in the middle of my landing, I got a message waiting for me. Okay, and that is a break. What a wonderful time for a break, right? I can pause my game, though. This Storm with Game Design Lexicon we're currently playing Project Space Station for the Commodore 64, wonderful mid-80s space project simulator. I guess that's a stupid way of putting it. Space program simulator. So you're simulating how running an entire space program, which is really interesting. If you like our content here, make sure you give us a follow down below on Twitch, where we do currently stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon p.m. till 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's GMT minus 6. Or you can catch our old stuff over on YouTube. Just hit the subscribe and the alert button, right? And that'll tell you when we're coming out with new videos, which is regular. You can also catch on any of our other platforms, social media platforms that we occupy. Those are going to be in our bouts. Just hit the about on either Twitch or YouTube, and they should give you all that information if you want to contact us in any other way. I'm going to take a short break, and we'll be back with some more Project Space Station for the Commodore 64.